Hi, T.H. Culhane for Solar Cities, and we're now looking at a way of creating the slurry bucket. And what we have is a 2-inch uniseal going through a leak-tight lid with an O-ring, and then that 2-inch pipe goes into a reducer to 1.5 inches, and then goes into a plumbing tee that has the overspill, so that sits on the bottom of the bucket, and then the fertilizer flows in, and it can't get clogged if there was any clogging. It just flow that way, so that's that purpose. Then the bucket has a uniseal 1/2 inch, which is at the bottom of the bucket, and I've shoved a 1/2 inch PVC pipe into the bucket, and then I've got a 1/2 inch valve and a 1/2 inch elbow. And this is elevated so another bucket can be put underneath it so that you can get that fertilizer out. You can look, it's a clear bucket we use, not a blue bucket, so you can see when the bucket is full, but you have to drain it. And then we're going to come up and there's going to be a tee off of here. There's another piece that's going to go on here. What we're going to do is we have this, we got this chamber made of a 3-inch pipe with reducers to 1.5 inches. And what we're putting inside is we're putting a Clorox toilet bowl cleaner bleach, so that if anybody wanted to avoid any odor, the bleach is in there. This is an idea that we learned from the professional system that we have. We have the Israeli home biogas system, and they're using these same bleach tablets for the fertilizer in a chamber. So this is similar to that. So there that is, and then you can replace that in there. I wouldn't use these if we're indoors in a basement and guests will come who might not be familiar, and they might find the odor offensive. It's not bad, it's like a barn, but they might not like that. So we'll have this coming into this before it goes in. So that's, let's have to cut this pipe. That's the system for the overflow. And then the overspill will go out to the septic system here, and we'll have a valve so that we can determine whether or not we go down here or we go over there. So
explain the dryer system.
Oh, and then the greatest thing is we have this dryer system where when you turn on the dryer, I guess we have to
just push it in.
When you turn on the dryer, it used to be that the hot air from the dryer with the lint just went up and out into the backyard. But we're coming through, the hot air now goes, you come over here, it goes into the bottom of this box that we built around the digester. We haven't yet sealed the top. We will seal it, and then it comes out the top on the back of the digester over there, and then goes back out to the backyard. So most of our heat, this will remain cool, is in the envelope that enables the digester to stay nice and warm. We've also got the boiler here with an ability to send hot water through these PEX coils, 100 PEX coil in each IBC tank, and then it goes back up into the kitchen or the shower, so we can isolate that. We can close that off and just send the water through and up, or we can just let it go as normal. That's another way we're heating. And then we have hot water coming down when we feed it. So there's a lot of different ways to keep this system at the right temperature. But this is a very innovative one, using that every time that you do it, you blow hot air in the box. And then because we found in our research that the IBC tanks tend to conform to the weekly average ambient temperature, as far as the tanks are concerned, the ambient temperature is whatever the box temperature is. So if we can keep that box temperature's average at 30 or 35 Celsius, then that's what the tanks will be. And the really question is, how can we keep that average? So even if it goes up to, say, 40 or 45, and it goes down to, say, 10 or 15, as long as the average is 30, that's what the tanks are going to conform to about the weekly average. So these are different ways of making sure that weekly average is the optimal temperature.